Carlton Town TV, sponsored by Aerocom. I'm here at the Brighouse Town Ground with Carlton Town Vice Captain Dan Brown, following today's 4-1 defeat against Brighouse. Dan, thanks for coming to join us. That was a tough day today. What did you put that down to?
Probably just the basics, really. I don't think we've done the basics right today, and that's been the same for weeks now. Looking at stats, I think probably not one in 9 or 10. They're not an informed team. You could say some of the teams we've played against recently have been informed. They're not an informed team. No disrespect to them, they've worked harder than us, so no disrespect to them at all, but I think they've won maybe 2 in 10. If that, and today we've turned up, we've not done the basics, we've got 1-0 ahead, we've started well, but just individual accountability. We're 1-0 up and then we're not managing the game right, we're getting on at the referee, getting on at each other. Just basics that then flips the game on its head. Set pieces once again have been a problem. And I think, as I say, to the fans that have travelled, we've let them down. The people that were supporting us at the club, we've let them down. And it just seems to be the same week in, week out. And unless people start to take individual responsibility and accountability, I think that's the main word. And as I say, we've been sitting in the dressing room 15, 20 minutes, half hour for the past 4, 5, 6 games and trying to come to the bottom of it. But I think the top and bottom of it is do the basics, defend well. If you get 1-0 ahead, then manage the game, and we've not done that today, and we've not done that in the past however long. So yeah, I think that's all that can be said.
We've just spoken to Tommy Brighouse, the manager. He made it very clear to us the faith he had in you guys, and he also said to me just after the interview finished that you'd spoken well in the dressing room. Were you able to tell us what you said to the players in there after the game?
I think there's a few of us, a few me, Dean, Sarge and that, a few of us who have played for Carlton for a few years now and played at this level, and it's just about really addressing things, and rather than maybe where we've been kind in the past and not really taking any action, it's actually now come to the point where people have to start looking at each other and people have to start digging each other out, and that's nothing personal. People aren't saying it personally, it's just you have to look at it, and we're playing at a level where you're getting paid, and if you're not doing your job correctly, then as I say, then you need to be moved on, or something needs to change, because what we said in there is that it's not the highest paid club at this level, it's not the most backed club, but it's hard working on this club, the people who volunteer, the people who work here, and we need to reflect that on the pitch, and that's not being reflected, that's what we're saying.
So, we heard from Tommy from the management's perspective what they expect or what they think they need to do to get us back on winning ways again. What would you say is the answer from a player's perspective?
I think that's a big question.
It is.
And if we had the answers at the moment, then obviously we wouldn't be in it. But from me personally, it's just people now need to watch the games back, have a look at what they're doing, pick out their individual performance. Am I doing enough? Am I doing more? If I'm turning up to training once, twice a week, however many times we're training, and what am I doing outside of that? Making sure when you come here on a Saturday, you're as fit as you possibly can. And another thing which Loz made, a really good point, is not hiding. If you get the ball and we're making mistakes, I've made some mistakes this season, but just not hiding. Go out there, give your best. If you don't have the best game, so be it, but put your all in and don't hide on there.
You've been here for a number of years, Dan, certainly one of our best players over that period of time. What's your take on the ability of this squad to get this club going this season now? It's
got to be the best squad that we've had, and it's probably, not looking at the numbers, but it's the most backed we've been by the chairman, fair play to him. We've lost Alex Hardwick, who was a good player for us last season, Greg Tempest, very experienced in there, but we've brought in Ollie Clark, who's played higher, brought in Nat Watson, who's best player at this level in my opinion. brought in Charlie Carter, Mansfield, other lads as well. So we've got the squad depth, we've got the players. Lamming was back today. So yeah, there's no reason why we should be what we realistically are right now in a relegation battle, because if we're drawing to Ossett, who are down there, we're losing to Brighouse, who are around there. We're now not. It's not like we're playing against top of the table each week. We're now losing sides around us, and with the form we are in, it's a relegation battle. That should be reflected of the squad and the ability we've got. So we should be, as I say, we always said at the start of the season, having got playoffs and lost in the semi-final to Stockton, who went up, that was the target. But forget about playoffs. If we're not careful, then we'll be exiting the league in the wrong way. So, as I say, something needs to change quick and fast, and that's only on the players. That's not on the management. That's not on anyone else. There's no excuses, and I think the book stops there.
And finally, this done, and I think this was the last question I asked Tommy a few minutes ago. Can we expect to see anything different when we play Bradford Park Avenue at home next Saturday?
I think, as I say, players will still turn up and we'll have a good training session, and I think a lot of people have been honest today in the changing room, and hopefully calling a few people out, saying that we need to be better, and looking each other in the face and actually saying, look, you need to be better, you need to do this. Hopefully we should turn up next Saturday and people will be all on the same page, reading off the same hymn sheet, and that should give us a platform to kick on. Like, I know it's obviously not the best of places that we're in at the moment, but it's still only November going into December, so there's plenty of time to turn it around, and we just need to focus on one step at a time and getting the basics right.
Dan, thanks you ever so much for coming to join us after a fairly grim day today.
Thanks for the
Thank you
support.
very much. Yeah. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, guys.